So take us through your 25 years of journey. How did you start your corporate journey, and then how did you start FatakPay with your founders?
So I come from a very small town in West Bengal called Burnpur. I did my schooling there and I did my graduation from Calcutta and then moved to Bombay. And what we realized that 95% of the time, the guy does not need a large amount of money. You don't need a lakh, 2 lakh rupees every month, right?
Not being biased, but when you don't have a lot of liabilities in life, you don't have to pay home loans and car loans and kids' education and your own, let's say, investments going on.
All that is still there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you are a
Home
unicorn.
loan, car loans, kids' education, everything is there.
Yeah. पहले आप ये बताओ कि नौकरी जाएगी या रहेगी?
Some of the jobs will be replaced with AI.
Welcome to the show, Amit. We are associated with each other from over, I think, 6 years now.
6 years.
And in that 6 years time frame, you have gone on from your corporate career to being a startup founder and now going on and building the entire FatakPay group. And you have served over millions of people across the country, enabled so many to get access to credit for the very first time. I'm totally thrilled and honored to have you on my show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Nishant, for the kind introduction and kind welcome.
Your journey is so inspiring because I know that having been associated to you through Ironman's, and obviously you were my student, Ironman student, and actually a very good one, at least earlier. And then we went on to do Vietnam and Dubai as well. You've done a lot of multiple events across the country, a lot of half marathon, Startup Mumbai Marathon. You've gone to do multiple other events as well. And then now entrepreneurship, which is like a completely different beast altogether. So take us through your 25 years of journey. How did you start your corporate journey, and then how did you start FatakPay with your founders?
So I come from a very small town in West Bengal called Burnpur. I did my schooling there and I did my graduation from Calcutta and then moved to Bombay for my MBA. And then in 2002, I completed my MBA and I'm here since then, right? I started my career with Kotak Mahindra Group. I was there with Kotak for 12, 13 years in various roles, investment banking, distressed assets, then structured finance. After Kotak, I moved to a PE fund by the name of KKR. I was in KKR for 3.5 years doing structured credit for them. And when I left KKR, I joined HDFC Bank and I was heading the debt capital market practice for the bank. That was during COVID times. And obviously HDFC Bank culture is very professional, but a lot of hard work. And I still remember we used to work 12 to 14 hours staying at home and, in terms of, not even meeting your colleagues in HDFC Bank. So in FatakPay, we have three other co-founders. One of the co-founders is an old friend of mine, Amit Goel. We started a career together in Kotak. And he basically has become an entrepreneur from 2012 onwards. Start doing his own iBanking activities or firm. He's been, goading me in terms of, leaving the corporate job and trying to do something with him. And then I finally thought कि अगर मैं HDFC Bank में इतना काम कर सकता हूँ, then why not do it for ourselves, for myself, right? And that is where I, quit SDFC, joined Amit, and then we met the other two co-founders, Ajiz and Abhishek. And we thought about a solution basically given the fact at the background of COVID. After COVID, employee wellness was very important for all large corporates, right? And employee financial wellness is paramount. If the employee is not financially well, then aspects of him being, psychologically well or medically health-wise is something as secondary. You need to be financially stable first. So we thought we'll come out with an employee financial wellness platform wherein we'll basically go and cater to employees in any organization who are, so give you perspective, any organization will have around 85% of the employees earning less than 40,000 rupees per month.
Correct.
And these kind of people don't get credit or personal loans or emergency lines of credit from banks and larger NBFCs because these people are not, I would say, bankable.
Correct.
But there is a large need. There are 50 crore people like this in India, who are credit starved, you say. They cannot get a personal loan as you and I can get, on a phone call in 2 days' time. And what we realized that 95% of the time, the guy does not need a large amount of money. They don't need a lakh, 2 lakh rupees every month, right? They're basically trying to manage their salary to salary.
Correct.
Now, if my salary in a company like a Raymond is suppose 30,000 rupees, and I'm short by 2,000 rupees in a month, how do I get that?
Correct.
A bank will not give it to me. It doesn't make me, feel good to go to a corporate, to my boss or to my, corporate employer to ask for such a small amount.
Correct.
So this is where we wanted to come in. So we basically went and pitched to the corporate saying, hey, we are here to give salary advances or earn wage access to your employees, and also build their credit score, in the journey. And we're not only giving credit to them, we are basically giving them accidental insurance, giving them, avenues to save money in terms of digital gold, silver, mutual funds, and basically giving them financial literacy. So we have a lot of plans and programs and webinars, I would say videos, and we keep on doing that in terms of spreading out financial literacy. These people are not literate. In fact, I would say a lot of graduates are not financially literate today. So this was the genesis of starting FatakPay to basically have an employee financial wellness platform. So it's been almost 3.5 years now.
Yeah.
And we have close to 200 corporates signed up today.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have very large corporates, bigger ones like Quest, Teamlease, Swiggy, Zomatos of the world. And we're trying to serve the employees by giving them credit if they want.
Correct.
We give them insurance. And not to say that, we basically keep on conducting webinars to talk about very, very simple things. What is a CIBIL score? What are the things you need to, required for applying for a housing loan?
Correct.
Why do you want to save? Why should you save? What is an SIP? What is a mutual fund? These are things people don't know. They will know, if you ask somebody, they will know, I know mutual fund, but if you ask them deeper, what is mutual fund, they will not be able to tell you.
Correct.
And this is what we have found out. This is a stark, truth of Indian economy today.
Correct.
So this is where we come in. Idea is that we want to financially empower every employee or every Indian here in terms of taking the right financial decisions going forward and build their financial wealth, while they are working.
Excellent.
This is the genesis of FatakPay actually.
I remember this was, I think, back in 2021, you and I were running together on Palm Beach Road.
Palm Beach Road, yeah.
And that's when you told me that you have been contemplating of starting up and you've been speaking with your friends and in the process of forming, which is now like one of the fastest growing companies in the country.
Thank you.
Sunicon per se. And I also remember then eventually going ahead and you quitting your job after a career of 20-21 years and then starting FatakPay. I mean, that takes a lot of guts, right? How did you decide कि भाई मैं अब अपनी ये जो 20-22 साल की इतनी set job, from there on you're almost set, right? You can almost just think of just retiring in maybe 10 years. What made you jump from that set life, structured life and growing career to taking the plunge and starting?
So this is not a single answer. Okay. There's a combination of multiple things. I've seen people like my colleague and my co-founder Amit also, when he started his own company in 2012, he struggled a bit, but now he's done 10 years. He's done hard work and he's reached somewhere, right? And I've realized that being a finance guy, what is the return on investment or return on time invested? ROTI.
Correct.
Actually, not ROTI. So if I looked at myself, I was in HDFC Bank or XYZ company doing a job for next 5 years, what will I be able to achieve in terms of your career path, in terms of financial goals? And if I spend this 5 years and create something, what will I achieve? So largely that was one of the larger factors in terms of moving out and starting something on my own. In fact, incidentally, when I had quit SDFC, I had a job from a foreign bank, offer from a foreign bank, and then that time also I was contemplating to whether to go back and do the same thing, or do this. I said I can always get a job back if I want to, And 21 years of working, obviously, I had some corpus. Not much that point in time, but yeah, I thought ki even if FatakPay does not work, at least I can
try karna chahiye. But that takes a lot of guts, right? I think when you are young, not being biased, but when you don't have a lot of liabilities in life, you don't have to pay home loans and car loans and kids' education and your own, let's say, investments going on.
All that is still there. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you are a
Home
unicorn.
loan, car loan, kids education, everything's there.
Yeah. But when you have these liabilities, you will think 100 times before just quitting it all and then jumping into it, right? It's not easy.
Not easy.
हर कोई नहीं कर सकता ये. और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ आई थिंक जो होती है वो सैलरी की जो एक एडिक्शन बोल सकते हैं या जो भी एक नेसेसिटी भी बोल सकते हैं कि इट्स अ नेसेसरी ईवल इन लाइफ. वंस यू आर अकस्टम कि भाई 29-30 तारीख को सैलरी आ जाएगी, देन एटलीस्ट माई वोज of life will be sorted for the next 7 to 10 days and then I will continue to work for another 30 days and then it will happen. That jumping off that treadmill and then starting to learn to walk from scratch itself is challenging, and I'm very sure all of your founders, including you, would have found it very challenging. Please tell us some of the stories कि क्या था tough ऐसा. कुछ तो रहा होगा. You are making it sound very effortless.
No. One more very, very important thing which I keep on thinking on it and I keep on reflecting on it is 21 April we met.
Yeah.
And I started our Ironman training journey, right? I used to run earlier for 10, 12 years. That entire exercise or the entire routine was very new to me. And when I was able to see that I'm able to, cycle 100 kilometers and then run 10K, after that back to back, it used to give me a different high. Then I used to think, if I can do this, why can't I do something else? In sense, it was giving me a sense of, liberation. In sense of saying that, boss, I can do anything. And that also, I would say, played a role in whether subconsciously or not, but it played a role to take that call. I transformed in terms of entire, the way I lost a lot of weight, gained a lot of muscle. My endurance levels were very different. You're feeling confident about yourself. And that also helped a lot, I think. It's not easy.
Correct.
So when we started FatakPay, we had to raise, obviously, some amount of capital.
Correct.
And at that point in time, we thought, we'll not go to a VC. We'll raise it from friends and family. And once you out of your job and out of the designation that you have, then certainly you realize that, you can call up anybody when you were in a job and they will answer you or they'll talk to you nicely. But once you're out, then that thing changes. Okay. And that's fine.
Correct.
Yeah, but having said that, we were lucky and, we were able to raise $1.5 million that point in time in terms of from friends and family. They said, okay, yeah, these guys we know, they're not that stupid, so we'll take a bet. Okay. So that is exactly the point. It was not... people understood the idea. People said, this is the unicorn idea. So people said, okay, you're doing something in finance. You're trying to get into money. You know how you've been lending money all through the life. So okay, fair enough. The fact that I used to lend hundreds of crores, we are lending 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. A different, very different ball game, right? Yeah, but it was difficult.
Correct.
And when we started, we built out the app. Obviously, the app journey, it takes, it's a roller coaster ride. It keeps on crashing and it keeps on iterating. So all that happened.
Correct.
But we were lucky because Amit and I both had corporate connections because of our investment banking and our corporate banking exposures. We were able to get a lot of corporates onboarded, which was easy for us. Not so easy for us, but yeah, we got a head start.
Got foot in the door. And
at least we could call up promoters, we can call up CFOs and CEOs and say, hey, we're doing this, this is an exciting idea. We'll help your employees. So that was something which gave us a kickstart.
Nice. I think what a beautiful point you just mentioned here is about building your mental endurance first. That ability to do that. If I can go ahead and do something physical that gives me a high, that slowly, gradually builds a confidence on your mental energies also, that if I can do this, that even most people put it in a 0 to 1 bucket कि या तो कर सकते हो या नहीं कर सकते हो. But I think it's like an endurance mindset that you build over a long period of time, that one day, every day you keep on taking that positive decision, that positive step, one step at a time, and then that mental muscle keeps on adding and built over a long period of time. It's not like one day you lift weights and then next day you're like He-Man ban gaye. But I think that beautifully, and that's why I think I would like to point out to our listeners also that everyone should work out and everyone should set themselves challenging goals in your personal life that will help you to build a career perspective also in a way that you don't foresee now, but when you get in super fit, super healthy shape, that just starts transcending to your workplace also. Your productivity will go up, the decision making capability goes up, risk taking capabilities also go up, and eventually maybe it will give you enough masala in life that you can go out and jump on your own and then start something as big as FatakPay.
So there's one incident which always I keep on talking to my colleagues also. So when I went for an Ironman Dubai, and 2 days before the race, I went for a swim in the ocean with a couple of unknown people who were also doing the Ironman. So they showed me a buoy, in middle of the ocean. They said that's 600 meters. We'll go and touch the buoy and come back. So we all went together. I think 4 or 5 of us. And I, being a slow swimmer, suddenly I realized that there is nobody in front of me, nobody is in back of me, and nobody is beside me. And the buoy is pretty far. I said, fair enough. The idea is to go and touch the buoy and come back. I think these guys are ahead. I'll go ahead and keep on going. Kept on going. And suddenly I realized that I've swam 1 kilometer inside the ocean.
Wow.
The buoy is inside 1 kilometer inside the ocean. And I can see nobody. There's not a single soul in the entire sea. Okay.
Wow.
So these guys, later I found out that these guys moved, saw the watch 600 meters ho gaya, and they moved, went back. And the moment I tried to see the beach, I couldn't see the beach because the sun was very strong and was, hitting my face. The only way I thought, boss, I'm alone in the ocean. There is a Al Burj hotel which I can see on my right.
Correct.
Okay. And that is the only thing I can see because I can't see the beach. I started swimming back. The only thing I told myself that point in time, let's not panic. I think after 600 or 700 meters, I got a very drastic, a very bad cramp in my left leg. I, floated for a bit. That time also I said, I can't panic. Because if I panic, there is nobody to save me, right?
Correct. Wow.
Then I, somehow reached the beach. When I reached the beach, I said, yeah, mera Ironman ho gaya. No problems.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I did 2 kilometers. We obviously 2 kilometers in whatever time, 55 minutes or whatever it is. So that is something which was, and then when I think about that, if I can do that.
Yeah.
So there is one of the quotes that I think about is that you don't know your own capability until unless you do. You don't know what kind of person you are.
Correct. And I think another interesting lesson from this is that there are limitations that we set for ourselves only.
Yeah.
We don't know what we are capable of if we keep going. And actually wonderful things happen. This Ironman journey itself, you don't become an Ironman on the day of the Ironman. It's the training that you keep going for 1 day, 2 days, in the days that you don't want to do it. That's what kind of builds your mindset, motivation. Ki nahi motivated, you will not be motivated like 5 days in a week. Probably, in fact, eventually that motivation factors just goes away for completely after you've been training for a few months or years. It's just the routine part of it that keeps on building your mental muscle, which kind of helps you.
Yeah, that's very, very important.
Yeah. So that brings me to another interesting question, because let's say you have scaled FatakPay to a level where now you have 1,500 employees.
Overall, we have around 1,400 employees, some off-roll, some on-rolls.
Yeah. In just a matter of 3.5 years, you've scaled from a team of 10 folks. When you guys started 4 plus another 5-6 people, I remember back in 21 to now 1,500, close to 1,500 people. How do you manage to blitz scale like this? And then how do you manage the cultural aspect of it? Building cultures takes a lot of years, right?
It's a work in progress. It's not easy because like you mentioned, in such a short span, you keep on adding people, right?
Correct.
And you've added people. Obviously, the bulk of the people are people who are more doing routine jobs like calling and or talking to customers. But the core team, the 200 people who are core team, who are basically driving the business, whether it's data analytics, IT, operations, marketing, finance, that team has to be very, very strong, and the culture has to come. So I keep on telling and I keep on sharing, my 20 years of ForeX. I used to work in a bank. Large part of my career, I used to work in a bank. And like you mentioned, very, very important, you get limited to your thoughts. A bank is a hierarchical place, right?
Correct.
If you are a VP or a DVP or an SVP, you can't think, boss, you can't go ahead and go in front of your boss, because if suppose give you example, if you're working with a corporate and you're a VP, you're only supposed to talk to a CFO. Your boss or your manager will speak to the promoter, or the CEO.
Correct.
Even in spite of the fact that you can very well go and during this entire course of journey, you feel doubting yourself. Suddenly, if you're in front of the CEO, you don't know what to say.
Correct.
Because you've been
That
conditioned like
structure,
that.
Conditioning is yeah.
So that I keep on telling people in my company that, boss, please don't condition yourself with the designation that you have, the role you're playing. Everybody is working for the company. Please speak up, and the respect for you will go 100-fold if you come and speak up. This is but it's a work in progress, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you need to have right set of people. You need to have people who think only for the company.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But I think, wouldn't it be challenging to have different age groups, people coming together? Some are millennials, some are boomers, and then now Gen Zs. Your organization, I was speaking with Rishabh and he was telling me that the age group is almost from 21, 22 to all the way to, let's say you guys, 45, 46. And so that's a huge age group for a very small startup, which has just been in existence for 3 years. How do you manage, you and the founders, how do you manage this change of personalities, like 3 different generations working together?
So we've come to terms to it. I'd say it's not been easy, because I remember that when we used to work, 9 o'clock used to be 9 o'clock, not 9 or 5.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
True.
Here that concept doesn't hold good. Work commitments level were very different at our times. I'm not saying it is not here now.
Correct.
But the way we think about work and the way we used to work, we don't see it the way. But on the flip side, if you look at these people, they are far smarter than us, far sorted than us. They understand, they're far knowledgeable than us.
Okay.
And they have a lot of ideas which we will not be able to, think about also, because we are straitjacketed. We are conditioned, for the 25 years of work X. They are not, which is a pleasant thing.
Correct.
Also, but yeah, you need to marry the discipline and also, look at this, I would say, creative aspect to it, or not a creative aspect. Creative is one of the word, but yeah, the different aspect of which you mentioned, and marry it and live together.
Any funny incidences that come to your mind? Any meme-worthy incidences that happened कि कल से मैं नहीं आऊँगा, या किसी को आपने कुछ बोल दिया और kids are like, no,
multiple times.
Don't talk to me like that.
Not talk to me, but people whom if your manager is shouting at you, he's shouting at you to the way we used to feel is that his manager is spending time with me. He sees something in me that he's trying to correct me.
Correct.
He's got other things to do in life, right?
Correct.
This is what I used to feel, right?
Nice way to put it, but yeah.
But there are incidents where the manager has shouted at Gen Zs and millennials, and they have been crying and and they said, we'll not work with this guy and that. I said, fair enough. That is your call and manager's call. I can't come into it. But that's a part and parcel of life.
Any incidents comes to your mind where you got to learn, you got schooled कि हाँ, okay, this is, I was thinking in this way, but this is ये Gen Z का सोचने का तरीका है. Probably I should do that at scale at my company
level.
Lot
of learnings, especially in the branding and marketing aspect, which is, I don't know a lot of stuff there. I've been a finance guy also. I know numbers, and balance sheets, the way it, But marketing and branding has been a very good eye opener. To give you an example, we were just discussing about a very, very weird incident, a true incident, So the more absurd you are in marketing, the more people will talk about you.
Okay.
So there is a company in US, and I forgot the name of it. It's a marketing consulting company. In their office, what they've done is they have made a mess floor. They put a gym there, and from the mess floor, they put a big blue slide, which is coming into a makeshift pool. Nobody uses that. Okay. But the company, whenever people go and cover the company, whether it's Forbes or Times, they only talk about that, a company has this.
Correct.
Kind, it's absurd.
Correct.
And the company is not known for, and the company's got business. The marketing spend is zero.
Wow.
Look at Tesla. Tesla market segment is zero.
Zero. There's no marketing department.
There's no marketing department.
Hmm.
You know, they are basically saying that we've hidden Easter eggs in the car. Please find the Easter eggs. It's funny, right? This is absurd. You'll not talk about Tesla's feature. Ki Tesla is an automated car. It's give you so much economy, and they talk about this feature.
Correct.
This is something which is very absurd, which is very new.
Correct.
And I was, we were talking about this yesterday or a few days before. How to come up with the absurd idea. It doesn't damage the brand. It has a positive effect on the brand.
Correct. Oh, this is very interesting.
Yeah,
I think Zomato and Swiggy and all these new age companies have mastered that through their notification and weird content. Even Zepto is doing the rounds now with the creative way of thinking, marketing and getting customers to get engaged with the notification and not just being boring about it. All the safe brands and all have always remained within the pillars of marketing कि ये प्रॉब्लम बतानी चाहिए, सोल्यूशन बताना चाहिए और उसके बाद फीचर्स बताएंगे और कंपनी की क्वालिटीज बताएंगे. बट दैट हैज कंप्लीटली चेंज्ड. You have to build for shareability. You have to build for fun aspect of it, and I think that's a great.
There is a gym in Bombay everybody is talking about. The gym has when you enter the gym, there's a 100 feet rock climbing wall.
Okay.
Nobody is talking about what equipment the gym has, how big is the gym. Only talking about there's a 100 feet.
Correct.
And nobody uses that rock climbing wall. And the gym is now become very famous. I forgot the name of the gym.
Yeah.
This is absurd.
Correct.
Brilliant way to market.
Correct.
Zero marketing ad.
Yeah. Great. So this is what you've been learning from Gen Zs. Okay. So that brings me to another aspect of it. In the beginning of our conversation, you talked about कि आपकी कंपनी काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें कर रही है एजुकेट करने के लिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी, व्हाट इज सेविंग, व्हाट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट, एंड विद इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यू हैव varied people. The mature ones have learned and burned their hands with money and have learned the concepts of money. How do you educate your own youngster employees? Is there like a program that education part of it which helps your Gen Z employees to sort of learn more about money?
Yeah, so we keep on having internal webinars also, financial literacy webinars.
Okay.
And people have been kind enough to come and spend time with us. Basically, okay, so let me give you a perspective in terms of freshers who were 25 years or 20 years ago to freshers or people who were 1 to 3 years experience now. The freshers 25 years ago did not have money. Their parents did not have money.
Correct.
Today, that is not the case.
Correct.
So the mindset, how do you talk to a person who's conditioned in two different circumstances, right?
Correct.
So if you're born in a war zone, war, if you'll always be scared, right?
Correct.
If you're born in a nice place, right? You'll never think about, what do you think about what's going on in the mind of the person, right? So it's very different in terms of how do you actually impart financial literacy, impart financial discipline to these people, because they do not come from that background, that the need is not there.
Correct.
It's very, very difficult, and today's generation is, like I mentioned, more sorted. They understand that owning experiences is far worth more than owning things.
Owning things, yeah.
And I would say they also save in their own way. Whether it is gold or somebody's using crypto or mutual funds. So, but they do that. It may not be the way we do it or we think we should be, because the way we think about life is when you get 100 rupees as income, you please set out 40 rupees as saving, and instead 60 rupees you spend, not the other way around.
Correct.
Right? That is not the way they think.
Right. And do you see that there is a shift happening towards getting more exposure towards high risk, equities or stock market and other such instruments, which our generation and generation before that were not really inclined? We were at max, I think we had graduated to mutual funds, and like the really advanced 5-10% people used to go and dabble in stock market. But I think that shift is happening. How do you foresee that more people getting into alternate instruments for savings and investments?
I would not say a shift is happening. People like to dabble. That was always the case earlier. But now if you look at the kind of mutual fund inflows we have in India, $25 billion have gone out from India, from FIs. Still the market is holding up. is only for the mutual funds,
Correct.
SIPs. And who's doing these SIPs?
Correct.
People who are earning, right?
Yeah.
People who are earning who have got a 20,000 salary also to a 20 lakh salary also.
Correct.
These people are doing SIPs. But they want to experiment also, which, we also do it in our own way in the, I would say, constraint of whatever instruments that we have done in time.
Correct.
Today, there is varied instruments, whether it is crypto, whether it is, alternative assets, private credit funds, real estate REITs. People do that, but what I've realized that they don't want to put the entire, all the eggs in one basket.
Okay.
They're having the core portfolio in terms of investing in mutual funds or equity or large caps, but they do dabble with this.
Understood. And so as a leader of a company that is building financial products and instruments for the country, what are like the 3, 4, 5 things you would like to tell us, our audience today, if you're a Gen Z or you're starting your working life and you have salary, वो 4-5 ऐसी क्या चीजें करनी चाहिए which should become like the fundamental of your investment journey?
First of all is to have a very clear goal in life. What do you want to achieve, in next 5 years? I'm talking about financially right now, not talking about career.
Yeah.
So what do you want to achieve? How much money you need? I still remember when I was 17 years of age, I wanted to become a millionaire, by the age of 25 or 28. I don't remember that number. But that a millionaire was 10 lakh rupees, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And when I came into a job, I said, ki 10 lakh rupees to kuch nahi hai. Wait, let's look at a dollar number there.
Correct.
But that's the funny part of it. But the first thing is you need to have a goal. Second is you need to understand your limitations.
Right.
There are certain things you know, certain things you don't know, certain things you need help. And that is the reason you have a bunch of financial advisors in the industry, right?
Correct.
Fourth is experiment and learn, but not with the entire corpus that you have.
Correct. Right.
And fifth is read. The more you read, the more understanding you will develop in terms of various asset classes, various, I would say, instrument that you have, how to invest, what is there, when to invest, and be disciplined in your investment. That's the only 5 things I think,
I think that consistency wala bahut zaruri hai.
Very important. Yeah.
Over a long period of time. We usually, everyone I think looks at कि आज कितना डाला और 6 महीने साल में कितना मिलेगा, but you should start looking at 20-year, 30-year lens, which is very difficult at a young age because nahi, matlab you want immediate gratification, instant gratification for everything.
Yeah.
That's what social media tells you. That's what all apps tell you. जो चाहिए 10 मिनट में मिल जाएगा. But I think financial discipline is something where you need to have that 20-30 year kind of a vision to build that wealth, right?
The issue with not only with the younger crowd, but with us also today, the attention span is so less.
Correct.
Because of this social media. You have 10-second, 15-second reels, and that is where the attention span is.
Correct.
Sometimes you don't have the patience to look at a 10-second reel also.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah.
How do you think about, going and studying about, various kinds of mutual funds available in the market?
Correct.
Understanding who is the fund manager, what is the performance, what kind of instrument they're holding, is these companies, good or not? It takes a lot of time.
Research and time and all. Correct. You are absolute. जो हमारी conditioning हो रही है ना, the more time we spend on social media, the more disconnected and siloed you become in life. And then because stuff like fitness, या finance, या building anything startup or anything worthwhile or relationship, all of these things require you to have 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 year horizons. तो वहाँ पे I think थोड़ा सा disconnect होता है as the laid out norms by the society versus the social society that is being built in parallel. But I mean, I think that's the times we are in, right? So what are your thoughts on youngsters investing in life insurance and health insurance? Should they be buying it? Should they look at it? Is there a particular age at which you should start investing?
I think insurance is the most important thing you should have. It's like roti, kapda, makan and security, right? And then talk about, in building your income. You don't have security, because if you're the earning member of your family and you don't have security, that's the most basic needs, I would say. Obviously, India insurance is like 2.3% penetration. That is super low. And again, one more very important advice is that when you're buying insurance, only buy plain insurance. Insurance is not an investment tool. Insurance and investments do different things.
Correct.
insurance should only be term insurance because that you're buying security for yourself.
Correct.
You have multiple other avenues to invest,
Correct.
which will give you far superior returns,
Correct.
over a period of time. People buy insurance because there is tax saving attached to it.
Right.
That is
absolutely.
the irony of it. They're not talking about they're thinking about security. You have to buy insurance. That is very, very important. That is what we are trying to do also at FatakPay. We started a new company called FatakPay Insurance Solutions Private Limited. The idea is that we get 30 lakh applications or 30 lakh footfall on a platform every month.
Right.
We want to educate them to buy insurance.
Correct.
And the point is that if you look at the crowd that comes or the customers that we cater to, they can't buy a 15,000 rupee premium insurance.
Correct.
So we have to basically build a product for them, which is a sachet product, 100, 200, 500 rupees insurance. That is where we come in, and that is what we're trying to do.
Right.
We sell 1.5 lakh insurance every month.
Right. Wow.
It's a 200
Huge
rupee,
number.
200 rupee insurance, but we're giving 10 lakh rupee of personal accident.
Correct.
We're giving 50,000 rupees the moment you are hospitalized in your bank account.
Right.
And the kind of customers we get are 90% are into physical job profiles. They don't have a desk job like you and I have.
Correct. Correct.
And their exposure to getting, for accidents much more than you and I. And these are the people who need this kind of insurance, right?
Correct. Correct.
Not us.
Correct.
This is why basically financial wellness is not only about building a credit score or getting easy access to money. It's basically to understand your financial requirements and fulfill it.
Correct. Correct.
Whether it is savings, whether it is insurance, whether it is credit, everything.
Right. Right. Great way to look at it. I think I'll just add to this point is that maybe first start investing in a health insurance product, which is for you and your spouse and your kids, and then invest in a term insurance product, which can cover at least whenever, let's say, the nominees can get covered if in case something happens. I think that should be the fundamental of all investment strategies, even for youngsters. In fact, the younger you start, the better it is. जितना जल्दी शुरू करोगे उतना सस्ता मिलेगा और आप lock in कर लोगे वो rate, which becomes 2x or 3x at 30 and then 35. And by 40, it's like unreachable.
Unreachable, yeah.
Correct. So Amit, this is September 2025 and a lot of investments and a lot of talk is going after artificial intelligence and how it will change our lives. काफ़ी लोग तो ये बोल रहे हैं कि 2-5 साल में AGI आ जाएगा और हम सबकी jobs चली जाएंगी. तो what is your take on it and what are the real use cases which your organization FatakPay is doing and using to implement AI?
I think AI has been a great benefit or I would say it's a very fantastic
पहले आप ये बताओ कि नौकरी जाएगी या रहेगी या क्या करें अभी इसके रिज्यूमे अपडेट करें?
Some of the jobs will be replaced with AI.
Okay.
And we're seeing that today also. It's not about in the future also, but not all. Obviously, AI cannot replace human intellect.
Correct.
But AI is going to make your life easier. The grunge work, the processes, summarizing a document, writing emails for you, or basically, maintaining a calendar also. AI can do it fantastically well. So like in FatakPay, we're using AI as a customer service tool. We have a voice bot, which looks like a human interface for the customer. The voice bot have been, populated with all the kind of questions the customer can ask.
Correct.
And,
wow.
And it's an evolving journey, right? Customers can keep on asking you new questions. You keep on adding to the voice bot database, right?
Correct.
So customers, and I would say that 80% of our calls are handled by the AI today.
Wow.
So we are handling around 5 lakh customers with a customer service team of around 18 people only.
Oh wow. In terms of cost benefit, कैसे रहता है?
So today AI is expensive. I was coming to that. AI is expensive. But having said that, the more and more widespread uses of AI happens, right? This will come down.
Right.
Now, when you look at an AI versus a human, resource, you need to figure out two things. Obviously, first of all, for us is the quality. Are you compromising on the quality? Are you giving the customer the same experience human can give or a better experience or not? And secondly, the cost. Cost is definitely important for any organization. But you have to measure these two things, on the scale to figure out what is to be done, whether it's an AI or a human being, right? But today AI is expensive for us.
Excellent. Okay.
For everybody, I would say.
Understood. And do you foresee dramatic cost reductions for organizations or human cost reductions also because of AI in maybe next two odd years?
Definitely, because like I mentioned, a company is like a, like a, I would say a vehicle. They have multiple gears, right? Or a machine, multiple gears working in tandem for the car to move ahead, right?
Correct.
Different departments. You have marketing, operations, data, etc., finance, treasury. For giving out one loan, all the 10, 15 departments working in a company, have to do the job. So there's a lot of interdependencies about the in between the company and department, I would say. So how do we eliminate this, or how do we smoothen this journey between these two or these various departments in the company? I think AI can do a fantastic job, and we're seeing that today.
Oh wow. Sam Altman says ki we will soon have one person unicorn companies also, and we in 5 years we will have a time when there will be a 10% decacorn, like $100 billion company. Is that a possibility you see, or is it like too much of storytelling to sell their own products?
Okay, if you look at the current valuations of AI, I don't think it's justified. What is AI? AI is basically, you had big data coming up, you had ML coming up, you had, everything is a new word. It's technology at least, right?
Correct.
It's AI today.
It's been there for 70-80 years. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि नया है. Correct.
So why the companies are valued at $1 trillion or $500 billion is crazy, yaar. The kind of money that you need to earn,
correct,
to reach that valuation is not there. So I don't know. I have a very, again, I'm very old school, in terms of, valuations of companies.
Yeah.
It has to be supported by cash flows.
Gen Zs will call it the math is not mathing.
Good one.
And in fact, your even PE background will not help you to do the math is not mathing over there. No multiples can actually justify this, right? Okay, so moving to our end of the conversation, while मैंने और आपकी टीम ने और हमने सोच के इतना सोचा था कि बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे, बट वी आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ today's conversation. One important thing comes to my mind is that you're also an angel investor and you are a startup operator. So from that perspective, आज अगर 2025-26 में किसी को startup start करना है, anyone watching us today, what are the 3-4 things that a person should do to be able to build a startup?
Okay, the most important thing to build a startup is to think big.
Okay.
You need to think big.
Think big.
Yeah.
What is big? Like
big is big.
Big matlab $100 billion या $10 billion या, or bigness in terms of serving the customers. What is big?
So the latter part, not the money part.
Right.
You need to have an idea which is scalable.
Right.
A scalable in terms of today the world is shortened by internet. Right? It's not. It's a global village today. It's to access anybody in US. 15 years ago or 20 years ago was, it was an effort. But it's a phone call away. So the world is a global village.
Correct.
When you're thinking about and your slate is clean, think big and do something which is be a global phenomena. That is very, very important. You have to think big. That is very, very important. And then also think about being a real problem solver and not to have a short-term, I would say, approach to a problem. In terms of you're trying to solve a problem, but you know for a fact that, if I try to solve a problem, this is an inefficiency in the market which I'm trying to address. Inefficiency does not stay for long.
Correct. Right? Correct. It will be rationalized.
It will be rationalized.
Correct.
So then you can never scale up. And you'll be weeded out.
Correct. You just one of the stakeholders or nikal jaoge. Correct.
Yeah, you'll be weeded out because the inefficiency will go out. So idea is that if you're trying to solve a problem or trying to come out with a product, because like, Apple founder used to say the world does not know what it needs. The world does not know it needs it's an iPhone or not.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, he said that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that you need to generate a requirement,
correct,
if at all, and be a real problem solver. And think big is the underlying, I would say, genesis for everything.
Right.
The think big concept has come to me after 45 years of working.
Wow.
And not been, because you cannot think big if you're in a corporate life. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Cannot think big. You'll always be limited by the salary you earn, by the designation that you have, by the peers that you work with. Because you're sum of 5 people that you work with, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So think big, think so big that it scares you, and be a real problem solver. You create products or services which people want, and not just helping to make it incrementally better by being just slightly more efficient. Any other tips that you would like to give to a youngster who might be watching us today?
And don't be afraid to fail.
Hmm.
It's very, very easy for me to say this.
Yeah.
You know,
No, it's not. It's more difficult actually.
No.
It's you can fail younger and fail faster and fail as many times, and you can
Yeah.
keep bouncing back. Probably at a later stage. I think there's no age actually.
There's no age, but it's,
Yeah.
don't be afraid. If you have a plan B, you'll always fail.
Hmm.
You'll always fail. That I have
Correct.
realized in life. You cannot have a plan B.
Hmm.
I think these are the guiding principles. Then baki to, if you think about of a service or product and go after it, yeah.
Excellent. So you heard it here first from Amit Lodha, the group CEO of FatakPay. Think big, solve a real problem, and don't be afraid to fail. On that note, thank you so much, Amit, for taking out time and sharing your
Thank you
words
for
of wisdom.
sharing.
25 years of experience, 45 years of wisdom. I'm truly honored to have you.
Thank you, Nishant.
Any parting word you would like to say to the audience? Anything around fitness, finance, future?
So one parting word is, I don't think there is any work-life balance.
Right.
No. If you want to achieve something in life, you'll never have balance.
Correct.
So please let go of the balance concept that you have in life. If you're, for the youngsters I'm talking about, you're too young. Forget the balance. If you're set out to achieve something, go and do it.
Right. Absolutely. On that note, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.